Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I've got a special guest. This is George, and George came to our grazing school this year. We just kind of wrapped it up here at Green Pastures Farm. Had a nice crowd, a lot of very excited people here. Everybody went home pretty enthused. I had a lot of people come up to us and said it was a special 3 days of their life. It actually changed the way they're looking at maybe starting their own farm. And anyway, I was talking with George, and everybody's kind of gone now, and I'm like, let's just sit down. I wanted to talk with George a little bit. George came 2 weeks ago and bought some rams from us. And tell us a little bit about yourself, George.
Okay, so my name's George Heller. I'm from central Minnesota, and I'm trying to get into sheep and cattle. And I've just been watching Greg on YouTube, trying to soak in all the information he has been giving out, and I decided to invest in myself a little bit and come down to his grazing school, and it's been amazing. And just the wealth of information that this guy has is it's just I can't even imagine it. And so my idea is basically just follow this guy, and it seems to be working for him from what I've seen from his whole farm and the condition of his animals. That I haven't seen anything this nice. So
what'd you think about that first pasture walk we went on? We went into the mob of cows, and there was about right at 100 of us, and we walked into them. Did the cows act like they were upset, or they really didn't pay much attention?
No, the cows are so docile and they're so calm. I don't know what you could do to spook them.
Yeah, well, one of the I had a participant just a while ago say, Greg, I walked into your cows and I looked in their eyes, and their eyes were happy. They had happy eyes.
Yes.
I'm like, I've never heard that.
Yes, yeah.
We take it for granted, but he said those are happy cows.
Oh, they're very happy. You can tell how happy they are.
And some cows you go by in the pasture and they're just looking at you, these doll's eyes, like, just go ahead and do me in.
Yeah.
But not those. Those cows were energetic and they were happy.
Yes, definitely. And I was fortunate enough to go on the move this morning, and I got to roll up the wire.
So you got to go with my intern.
Yeah, I got to roll the wire up, and I tell you what, when you're rolling that wire up and there's 300 head of cattle running behind you, that is one heck of a nice feeling. I mean,
the power.
The power of their hooves, and the ground is shaking, and they're just so happy to get into the new forage. They just nothing else is making them happier than that. And they just get good food every single day. Every 12 hours you're giving them just this lush green grass to eat, and
they have a wonderful life.
Yeah, for a ruminant animal, how could you get any better?
So George, let me interject. We were talking, and what was your experience with cattle or cows, bovines?
Oh, so I milked cows in high school, and I worked on a Holstein dairy farm, and that was we gave them grain and alfalfa and silage, and they manured like crazy, and it wasn't that fun of a operation. It was dirty and smelly, and the cattle were confined into a building, and they weren't allowed to go out and graze, and the way that Greg is doing it just makes more sense. It just seems like a logical way to do things.
Well, one of the quotes you gave me a while ago, George, before we started this is, George has been watching, my YouTube channel for a while, and he goes, Greg, it makes sense and it feels right.
It does.
It feels right.
It does.
And that's kind of sums it up. It feels right when I'm after moving the cows.
Yeah.
And the happiness and how everything works together.
Yeah, yeah. I made a comment on one of your videos, about working with creation instead of against the creation.
Yes, absolutely.
And you're taking everything that's been provided and using it to produce what is meant to be produced.
Yep. And we're not tearing up the environment doing it.
Yeah, you're being good stewards of the land. You're being very good stewards of the land.
And you have what's sitting for you at home?
So I have a 40-acre piece at home that we have a house on and we live on, and my wife and I, we just recently purchased an 80-acre strip of basically all grass, and so we're getting ready to get some fence going and get some animals on it. And
That's awesome.
yeah, and
That's a nice chunk of ground.
I'm super excited about it. Yeah, and my neighbors, I actually have some neighbors that want me to graze their property for.
Good news.
Yeah, and they're super, like, I have a 90-year-old neighbor, and his kids used to have a lot of sheep, and he's still got all his old sheep fences up, and he wants me to get my sheep over there a month ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and so I'm really excited about it, because I want to get out of what I'm doing now, and I want to be on the land, just like Greg says, get on the land, and that's where I want to be.
Spend time with your family.
Yes,
You
yes.
got kids?
I've been working out for 20 years, pouring concrete, and my oldest daughter's 15, my youngest is 11, and I've missed a lot, and I would like to spend a lot more time with them. And when we're working with the animals, we're working together, and we're spending that quality time together, and they're also learning about how it works, and they're catching on to how things should work, and
You're building a legacy for your children.
that's what I'm trying to do. And that 80 acres was the whole reason I bought it, was because I want them to have something that I can pass on to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they're excited about it, so that really encourages me a lot to keep going.
Yep. Well, George, I visited a lot of people through this over the last 3 days, and I kept hearing people saying, I've never been around a group this big, and everybody seemed so just fired up, and the energy flow in that tent was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Over 3 days, nobody put their head down and went to sleep.
No,
everybody was just like,
yeah, a lot of like-minded people gathering together.
Yep.
And
Excitement.
we're all excited about the same type of thing, and it's encouraging.
And what were the different types of levels of people that were here?
So there's everybody from professionals to people that just work desk jobs to
filmmakers.
There was people who were retired looking for something to do in retirement. There was young people looking to get started like me. Just every demographic just about was here, and it's encouraging, because it's nice to see that more people are excited about it. Because when you're in your own area, you seem kind of isolated, because not everybody, there's hardly anybody in my area that is even interested in it at all.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to get people excited about it.
When you network, you get this network together, and that's what Jan's really good about. She's got a network of everybody's email now, so everybody that came here can stay in contact with each other, and there's strength in numbers.
Yes.
And so the more of us that get together and stay in contact with each other, everybody's going to do better. And so George, we better end it up there, man. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
I love your Minnesota accent.
You like that?
I love it, because I was born in northern Minnesota. I don't have it anymore, I don't think, do I?
No.
Nope.
You can work on it, though. I can give you some pointers.
Like what?
I love it. It's
Like what?
Like, yeah, you betcha. or an oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's
oh
another
yeah.
one?
Or yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep. You can get it back. You haven't been down here too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll work on it.
Yeah.
George, it's been awesome.
Yeah. I
Look forward to meeting up with you again down the road.
Yeah, definitely.
Best of luck to you,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
you so much for being a part of our
I
Graziers
really
Show.
appreciate you guys putting this on for everybody.
All right, well, guys, ladies, hit that subscribe button on the way out for you new guys, and ladies, hit the like. See y'all down the road. Take care.